When COVID-19 hit, the entire world shifted online. Online work, learning, and connecting. Pajama bottoms and messy backgrounds may have been acceptable back in March, but not so acceptable now. Our next guest is here to share some things to think about as we conduct business in the Zoom age. Valanda Calloway is a familiar face, a WRAL alum. She anchored with Bill and Linda back in the day. She is now the author of a great book called Tips from the TV Lady, Making a Great Impression Online and in Person. Valanda, welcome.
Thank you, Renee. It's so wonderful to be here talking with you.
So you've been busy during this pandemic. What led you to write this book?
Renee, I consumed so much media during the pandemic. Of course, I wanted to know what was going on with coronavirus, so I was constantly watching you all, watching national news, watching world news, and then I was always on social media trying to entertain myself, so watching DJ battles and fitness videos, and I started to notice a trend. So many people don't know what you and I know as a result of working in TV for all these years. And I felt bad and felt that I needed to share what I've learned, because you and I know we're both wearing blue. That's on purpose. That's not an accident. We know about lighting. We know about headroom. We know about how to make your set look nice, but so many people don't. And during this pandemic, there's been so much creativity. People have launched businesses. They've decided, now's the time I need to step up in my company. Or they're shooting for something else and they have a job interview. And how you come across online matters.
That presentation is so important because you don't want that to distract people from what you're trying to say, and that's super important in a meeting and in a job interview. So you have some practical tips that you want to share with folks on how they can make their shot look like your shot right now.
Well, thank you.
It looks great.
Lighting.
Yes.
Lighting, Renee, it's so important. And don't just buy a light, but use it correctly. I interviewed one of your current colleagues, one of my former colleagues, to get his tips. He's been nominated for an Emmy 5 times, won an Everett or Murrow, so he knows what he's talking about. He said, Valanda, tell your people when they sit down in a chair, raise their hand above their head, and that's the level that the light should be. So right now, I have 2 lights shining on me, and they're about a foot above my head. So that's tip number 1, lighting.
And then everybody needs makeup, no matter how genetically great you look.
Yes,
it helps.
Everybody needs makeup. So ask Ken Smith or any of the other men in the room, and they'll tell you they wear makeup. I'm not suggesting that men wear makeup on their Target run or to the gym, but when you are making a presentation, you're on camera, you need to control the shine and the T-zone. So do that with powder, do that with blotting sheets. You need to make sure that eyebrow hair is tamed. You don't want your face to look a mess, because that is a distraction. And that's what this whole thing is about, Renee, removing distractions so that your message can get across.
So that's with the face, but then also what you wear is important as well.
Absolutely. Choose colors carefully. As I said just a couple of minutes ago, you and I are wearing blue on purpose. Think about the colors that you choose. I did some training for some people the other day, and one of the gentlemen was wearing a white shirt, and the wall behind him was white. His skin is white. I said, you have disappeared into the background. You pretty much have disappeared from your chin down. The only thing that was saving him was his black beard. You don't want to wear white on camera because you can disappear. You want to wear bold colors. Think Roy G. Biv, the primary colors and the secondary colors, so that you can pop. Almost everybody has an HD TV these days. Colors are bold, and you don't want to fade into the background.
All right, some great suggestions there. Tips from the TV Lady. You can get it in her book. It's available in Kindle and paperback formats today on Amazon.com. Valanda, great catching up with you, and thanks for the advice.
You as well. Thank you, Renee.